So we all know there are two important subjects that most people tell us to just keep completely separate from your work. One of those is politics, especially in today's political climate, but the second one is your religion, right? They say you should never discuss politics or religion at work. But I'm here today to tell you, whether you're a Christian like me, you're Jewish, you're Buddhist, whichever your religion or form of spirituality is, I'm here today to tell you that you shouldn't just allow God into the boardroom of your career. You should actually allow God to be the CEO of your boardroom. Before we go any further, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Raheem Veal from Razor Sharp Coaching, where we find your edge and leverage it for career success and fulfillment. And please like, comment, and subscribe because today it's time to drop some gems. So, the first reason why you should allow God not just into your boardroom, but to the head of the table is because faith allows you to have confidence and takes away worry. So, faith, by definition, is the belief in things unseen, unheard, anything you can really do with your five senses. If you haven't been able to experience something in a tangible way, but you believe it, that's called faith. So, faith is one of these muscles that you need to build in order to be successful in your career. Faith does a few things for you. When you have true faith, it gives you a different level of confidence and conviction. And let's face it, everyone that wants to work with us, whether that be a future employer, a client, a partner, or someone in your network, they want to connect with someone who has confidence. And there's no greater confidence than the faith that God is making things work for your good and that you're good enough. You have the skills, the qualifications, the competencies, the presence, the charisma. You have all the things needed inside of you to do what you need to do for the business you work for your business, or whichever interaction. Whatever you need is already inside of you. And the conviction and confidence in that comes from faith. Number two is that prayer is the ultimate accelerator and decision maker for your career. Many of us face challenging situations. In today's job market, you may have been ghosted, you may have been left hanging, and you may be wondering when it's going to work for you, whichever goal you have, whether that's something tangible or something intrinsic that will have extrinsic value, like a promotion, like a raise in salary, or just general greater leadership skills and confidence. Prayer, which I call as a Christian, or meditation, manifestation, good intentions, any terminology you use and framework you use to ask your higher power for goals that may seem beyond your reach, prayer works. And prayer allows you to not only have enough, but exceedingly and abundantly more than you ask for. An example for me, there were times I prayed for God to give me discernment, or I prayed for God to put an opportunity in my path. I said, God, I will work as hard as I need to. I will do all the things I need to do if you just give me an opportunity. I've had periods where I almost would have taken anything from being in a long drought of looking for a job. But God had other plans for me. And through praying for Him to lead the way, I was introduced to people that were able to open up doors for me. I was presented with opportunities that seemed tailored just for me. So, prayer is one of these things. I'm telling you, God can do magnificent things in your life if you pray and you give it to Him. But part of prayer, which is similar to our first point about faith, is that you ask specifically for what you want from God. You visualize it, you make it as specific and detailed as possible when you're asking God, and you envision it, not just what it looks like, but how it feels, right? What that experience is. You allow yourself to be immersed in that fully when you make that prayer to God. And you'd be amazed the people He can put in your life, the opportunities, the knowledge, the energy, the confidence. And it'll almost seem like the chess pieces, puzzle pieces are all fitting into place. And that, my friend, is called alignment. And prayer brings you closer to alignment. It gets you results faster. You get hired faster. You get promoted faster. Right? You get raises faster. You get responsibility faster. Your creative projects take off in a way that almost seems unnatural. And that is the infinite and transformative power of prayer, which is why allow God into your boardroom through prayer, through talking to Him, through reading His word, through studying whichever religious doctrine aligns with you. And that is the only way to maximize your results and to accelerate. The other portion of it is decision making. We all get faced with tough decisions. Should I stay at this job that may be underpaying me or I'm overdue for a promotion? Should I spend more time gathering experience and knowledge before reapplying to another job? Or should I bet on myself in other cases? Should I allow this mentor into my life? Should I nurture a professional connection? All of these can sometimes be daunting decisions that you just don't know what to do. Should I go left or should I go right? God is the ultimate decision maker for you if you go to him in prayer and just ask him. Ask him about things in your professional life and your personal life. Whenever you don't know where to go and you feel lost, God is your discernment. He's the one who lights the way. He's the one who can give you the ultimate game plan for success. If you don't take anything else from this video, just remember that prayer works. It is an accelerator. It can do things unimaginable in your life. It can take the pressure off of you when you're making decisions that may have long-term implications. Put it in God's hands in prayer. And finally, number 3, spiritual groundedness completely enhances your ability to tell your story. Being spiritually grounded means to be in tune with the voice of God in your life. God can speak to you in so many ways, as long as you're open. If you're open to God, you may hear his voice through your family member or a friend. You may hear his voice through a chain of events that just can't be explained, through things that may seem to be coincidences or common threads in your life. But God gives you these foundations, threads, motifs in your life, reoccurrences, cycles, connections. He gives you all of these tools to work with to tell your story in a way that will give him the glory, but will also create the best impact that you can have while you're on this planet. And believe it or not, that translates to results. It translates to jobs. It translates to promotions. It translates to partnerships and clients, because storytelling is one of the most coveted skills, no matter what your field is. Can you explain something to someone who may not know about the subject matter? Can you take us from A to Z of what you're doing and why it matters? Can you give us a full narrative on how to get our business to the next level? Can you create storytelling that attracts the right partners and clients to a business? Storytelling is all around us, and being grounded in who your God is, why you're here, why the different occurrences in your life have happened, builds a storytelling skill set and those common threads and themes that will make you magnetic. So your faith makes you magnetic. Prayer accelerates your life, helps you with your decision making, takes away the worry. And third, spiritual groundedness gives you the conviction, confidence, and clarity to tell your story in a way that is potent, refined, and delivers maximum results. Thank you again for watching today's video. My name is Raheem Veal from Razor Sharp Coaching, where we find your edge and leverage it for career success and fulfillment. If you saw anything that resonated with you today, or if you learned a little something about God's role in your career, please like, comment, subscribe, and continue to follow us as we grow. I'm looking forward to building community with you and continuing our learning journey together. Thank you again, and I'll see you on the next video.